What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be doing a little bit something different. As you guys can see, I have my McLaren back here. We're basically just gonna do a little monthly recap of what's going on at the shop over here. And I want to tell you guys, we still do have the McLaren. It is having a couple of issues though, which I don't know why. The speedometer in the car actually quit working about a month or two ago. I kind of just parked it at the house and I haven't been driving it that much. So we are gonna be doing a little bit more work on the car because, as you guys know, we got the new shop and we kind of just put it on pause because, you know, it takes a lot of money to get a shop and get everything situated here. So I haven't really been focusing on it. So when I parked the car about 2 months ago, the speedometer quit working. Literally everything inside the car quit working, which was super weird. And I did look up online and a couple other people had the same issue where everything inside would just quit working, and usually the issue would be resolved by just restarting the car, maybe even disassembling the battery. But my car, for some reason, it just would not work. And then the other day, I think yesterday, I took it for a drive because the car still ran perfectly, you know, just the speedometer didn't work. I actually had to use a speedometer on my phone to see. I'll show you guys a little video of that. As you're driving in your 720s and the speedometer quits working. And then this morning, I was like, you know what, we're gonna take this thing to the shop, get everything torn apart. Maybe it's just a loose ground, and everything just started working, which is super weird. I guess this car just has a little bit of electrical issues. Maybe it's like a loose ground or something, because as you guys know, we did replace pretty much every part on this car. Was literally disassembled and reassembled within the period of a couple months. So I don't know, maybe I need to just basically take everything back off, maybe just like the front area, take that off. There's a lot of grounds on the front subframe, and I already checked the grounds. There's like 6 grounds on the back over here, and the body is carbon fiber, so there's like ground lines that go through the entire car, and sometimes they get loose. Like I was talking to my friend Kevin, he's the one that actually helped me fix the car with the issue with the wing and the issue with the steering wheel. And he said pretty much maybe it's just a ground issue, because these cars do vibrate a lot, especially like when they're idling. You can just feel it, everything vibrates. It's just a common issue. Well, it's not like an issue, but it is like a supercar, you know, so it's not a big deal. It's more race focused than any other of the cars that I've driven in the past. But other than that, guys, this car has literally treated me right. Never just stopped on the side of the road or anything. And a lot of people actually hate on McLaren's like issues that they have. I mean, this car I've drove probably like 2,000 or 1,000 miles, which is actually a lot for this car, because I got it with 2,500. Now it has 3,500 miles. And the only issues I've actually had were my fault. Like this marker lamp right here. I guess I should have probably put Loctite on the bolts, which I didn't, and I kind of lost one of these markers right here, which kind of sucks, but you know what, it happens, especially whenever you disassemble like 1,000 pieces of a car and you putting everything together. And I was kind of in a rush to slap this thing together because you guys, the viewers, were kind of like wondering what's going on. I kind of forgot to do a couple of things, which is fine, because now what the cool thing is, the car's all together. I can simply take the rear bumper off, tighten everything up, put new stuff on there, and kind of take it more slowly. Because you guys know this car right here was just a nightmare from the beginning. But other than that, everything literally is perfectly fine. The car runs, the car starts, the doors open and close. These cars have, you know, they have issues from the factory, and I did kind of go ahead and take everything apart inside because I was trying to get to the grounds down here, and this thing is filthy. I mean, I haven't cleaned it in probably months because I haven't really been driving it, you know, it's just been sitting. But I did take all these plastics off down here, and it turns out I couldn't find any of the grounds. I did tighten one ground in the back, which you can't really see through here, but there was one ground that was loose. I tightened it up, it didn't fix the problem, and then a couple months later, it's good to go. But as you can see, everything works. It has 3,100 miles. So I've driven like, I think say 600-700 miles on this thing. But on this side, guys, we are having a little bit of issue with this door right here, the alignment of it. As you can see, it's kind of striked the fender, and then it striked it right there, which that was there a while back. But the thing is, these cars actually, I was looking on, I think it was on TikTok, and a lot of owners complain that on the driver's or the passenger side, the door actually touches the fender. Like if we come over to the driver's side, you can see there's literally a millimeter gap. Like you can't even stick a dollar bill between there. So I'm guessing this side over here, they maybe messed up on some of the design of it or something like that, and it literally touches, but it's like super lightly. Let me open up the door and show you guys. See, it's touching right there. And then whenever you open it, it just lightly touches it, which is crazy, because when I was putting the car together, like I had no idea. I was like, how the heck is that even possible? Then I was at the dealership, same exact thing. It literally touches on the passenger side, doesn't touch on the driver's side. So I think we'll have to just repaint probably this fender, or I'm thinking about getting some carbon fiber vented fenders with the vents right here. So that'll go ahead and save us time. We can just swap those in and it'll look freaking awesome. So let's go ahead and come inside over here. As you can see, guys, I did take all that apart. There's a fuse box under there, which I thought maybe one of the plugs from the fuse box was unplugged. So I checked everything. Everything is fine. And then back here, there's a bunch of grounds also. You can see there's a bunch of wires. And we did take every inch of this car. This thing used to be a complete shell, which I'm still surprised that that's the only issue we had, is just a couple electrical issues and no serious issues with the car so far. And another couple of things, what I want to do on this car is I want to get this interior redone. I contacted L&D Solutions and they said, you know what, just take everything out and they can redo everything, because honestly, I wasn't really worried about little cuts and scratches in the car. This stuff is all super expensive. Like, I paid $3,000 for that door panel and it wasn't even the right door panel. It had a couple different stitching on it, because you can't find, like, a dealer door panel is literally 10 grand. They literally want to charge you 10 grand for a new door panel. So the only option is used or get it from overseas, which it's all used. And these cars are literally so configurable. It's insane. You can literally change. If you want this in leather, you can have this in leather. You can have this in Alcantara. If you want that in Alcantara, you can change that, all the stitching. So it's really hard to find the exact parts that you need for the car. But honestly, I think I'm just going to pull everything back out of this car, ship it out, and get everything redone. So basically have a full custom interior in the car. Maybe we'll even do something with the seats, because these are the sport seats. So it's literally just Alcantara, all black. Maybe we'll put like some red striping or something like that in here, because as you guys know, this car used to be gold, and I think that's why they didn't really do anything in the interior, because no colors really match good with gold except yellow, which it just throws everything off. And maybe we'll even do something with these seat belts, because they are just simply black. The worst thing I hate about these cars is like these doors right here. They get so freaking filthy, especially because it's literally on the ground right there. And then when you lift it up, it's so freaking ugly. But other than that, the car is treating me well. You know, we've driven it, had a lot of fun in it. But I do definitely want to start modding this thing. Maybe like change out the rims, because these are the factory rims. They are still different color. That side's machined and this side isn't, which kind of gives it a cool, you know, kind of a cool look. One side's different, one side's not. You know, I just really didn't have time back then because I was trying to finish this car. Takes a lot of money, a lot of time. So we're gonna probably start on this car probably here soon after we knock out a couple of projects inside. And I just wanted to let you guys know I didn't sell the car, give you guys a little update on what it's like having a fully rebuilt supercar. You know, this thing wasn't just lightly wrecked in the front. We replaced the fender. We literally replaced, I'd say, 60% of the car. But I know you guys missed the sound of this beast, so let's go ahead and start it up and show you guys how awesome that Zenrage exhaust sounds. So guys, let's go ahead and give this thing a crank. And it was crazy because literally the other day, none of this worked. Like, the dash didn't work, so like none of this right here. This is where like your check engine light, your airbag light, everything is on, and the infotainment didn't work. Then I just got in it this morning because I was planning on, you know, taking it to the shop and fix it. Oh no, hold on. Oh, there it goes. I thought it broke again. So let's go ahead and give this thing a nice start. So it does sound pretty good, and you guys remember I did overfill the engine, which everything turned out to be fine. Good thing is we didn't drive it when we overfilled the engine, so the engine was never actually like under stress or anything like that, so we didn't blow no seals, so we got super lucky with that.
That sound will never get old, ever. Ever.
Especially with that DME tune, it just sounds epic. The burbles and stuff. But guys, I'll never get over how good this car sounds. But yeah, in the future, we're gonna go ahead and I'm probably gonna go ahead and just take everything back apart, because I do need to replace this marker lamp right here. I still can't find one. They're super hard to find. Like, I've been looking on eBay, and I guess there hasn't been any cars that were wrecked and they have good front end parts. And most of the time they want to sell it with the whole bezel, which is like $2 grand. And I'm not trying to spend that much on this thing. This thing's already costing me a fortune. But yeah, guys, in the next video, maybe here soon, we'll go ahead and take this car apart. I want to get like this entire front area out and maybe go over everything, make sure everything is nice and tight. Maybe even go over and redo some stuff that I missed or just looked over because I was trying to get the car done a little faster. Just being honest with you guys, you know, like I was building this car, it was taking months. Everybody was getting mad at me saying, where's the car at? So I didn't slap it together. I put everything together that I could, and stuff that I didn't have, I ordered, and I was still waiting on that, and I just haven't had a chance to work on it. But here in the future, we're gonna probably definitely get some new rims for the car, maybe even some new carbon fiber fenders, maybe a new front splitter in the front because this one's really ugly. It's just the basic stock one, so I definitely want to upgrade that. And you know, it already has carbon fiber stuff like the mirrors, the vents right here, but it would be cool to trick it out just a little bit. And that's kind of like what we're gonna be doing to this Mercedes right here. This is actually Mark's. So this thing is Mark's C300. He kind of just got himself a nice little daily car. I mean, it's a pretty nice looking car, especially for the price he got it. He did go to the dealer and get a clean title versus getting a salvage rebuilt because he didn't want to have all the issues that come with salvage titles. But we are gonna be tricking this thing out a little bit, you know, maybe put some new rims on it. I know it's like not a super fast car, but it's just a nice daily, and it's always nice to have. And we have a grill already on the way, so we're gonna try to remove all the chrome off the car because just blacking out the car just makes it look so much better. And then he also went ahead and ordered some cool rims for the car, which these are just the base model, or it's not the base model, I think it's like the sport model C300 rims. And as you can see, we do have a C63 back here. It's actually Mark's for Motorhead, so you can kind of see the difference. They're the same body, but this one just has a couple of differences, like the hood is a lot different, and then the fenders are a bit wider. But I mean, it's all right. It's just a little daily, you know. But yeah, guys, we'll probably make a little episode on this car here soon. Let us know what you guys think about a little C300 daily for Mark. I'm actually thinking about getting me a new daily here soon, and I don't want to get nothing too flashy, you know, because I'm not really a flashy person. I like to just drive low key, you know. Like the Danger Ranger, I absolutely love driving that thing. I probably like driving the Danger Ranger more than I like driving that thing on the daily. It's just weird. But let's go ahead and go inside the shop, and I'll show you guys around some of the other builds and see exactly what we're working with. So guys, we're in the shop right now. As you guys know, S2000, we went ahead and took everything apart. It is kind of a war zone inside the shop right now. We got parts everywhere. We're gonna go ahead and box everything up and probably put it in storage. Like, we have a nice storage area up there, kind of like what we did with the Mustang. But this thing right here is almost ready for paint. We have a couple of small things that we need to take off. We need to get this windshield out, which we need to go get the gun from the other shop, cut the windshield out, and then start sanding this car down. We basically stripped everything out of the entire car. Just a couple tiny things that are gonna need to come out, and then we can go ahead and sand it, get it ready for paint. This thing's gonna be painted yellow, so it's gonna be super awesome. And we're basically doing a factory OEM way, where we stripped everything out of the car. We're gonna give it a nice paint job. Quarter panel is on. All the framework is done on the car. Simply all it needs to do now is take some time and just start sanding it, do all the body work, and that thing will be ready for assembly after paint. And guys, another little update on the Mustang. As you guys know, there's a lot of parts everywhere. We got a lot of new stuff, new fabrication stuff. We actually got a lot of cool stuff from Eastwood. Check it out. These are dimple dies right here. So they're made for dimpling metal, which is freaking awesome, because I do want to add a lot of gussets and a lot of braces in this car to make it nice and strong. And I've also already actually hit up a company that makes wiring harnesses for these cars called Hot Wire Auto. So all I have to do now is basically take this wiring harness out. And I actually found the old ECU. Like, this ECU has just been laying around at the other shop. Found it the other day along with the key. So we're basically gonna just ship out the ECU wiring harness. We're gonna get a custom ECU built for it, and it'll be ready to go. I also already ordered the headers. We have turbo headers that come forward. So the turbos are gonna sit nice and in the front, so when you pop the hood, you can see them. And then we've kind of been doing a little bit of work on the steering shaft. As you can see, here is one of our steering shafts, and I went ahead and got a Heim joint, so that's gonna slip in there. And there is pretty good perfect clearance in here for the steering shaft to go in there. And we have a big update from Cortex Racing. We went ahead and said we gave them the go-ahead, so they are shipping out the entire front suspension kit. That's all the control arms, the spindle, the shock bracing and mounts. So once we get all that, we can go ahead and just go 100% on this car. And we also went ahead and ordered a new roof. It was like 650 bucks. We went with the Dynacorn roof, which is kind of crazy. Like, you can find a fastback roof for like $400, but a coupe roof is like $600, which kind of sucks. but it's all good. But guys, don't worry, the Mustang is coming along in full swing. We also have a, I think this is a metal brake for bending metal, so we won't have to cut it and bend it. This stuff is all from Eastwood, and we also got a hammer and dolly set up and a lot of other stuff, which I'll get into it in the later episode. And I also want to address one of the issues that everybody was having with the car, talking about the brake booster. So I actually borrowed this brake booster from my brother Mark, and I have decided we are going to put the brake booster underneath the dash because there's a lot of room down there for the brake booster. So it's basically just going to sit, I guess, horizontal like that, and you won't see a brake booster in the engine bay, which is going to be super clean. I think I was watching TJ Hunt's video, and he actually has his brake booster on the side, but you can still see it in the engine, and I don't really like that. So if we put it inside there, it's just going to look super clean and nice. And a little update on the Porsche. You guys haven't seen it for a while. It's kind of just been sitting here. It is all in primer. Basically, Bob's going to come over here. We're going to sand it all down. He's going to take it. He's actually going to paint it also, and then he'll probably bring it back. We'll assemble it, and it will be done. But a lot of you guys didn't really want to watch this kind of content, so we kind of just like slowed down on it. But don't worry, guys. The Mustang is coming in full effect. Basically, we're going to have to start looking for rims here soon after we get the front suspension going, and then we're going to have to start working on the rear suspension. And I also ordered a brace and a roll bar that's going to go inside there to, you know, stiffen up the entire car, which is going to be awesome. Everything should be here this week, so stay tuned for that. So basically, all the projects right now are moving along pretty quick. You know, the S2000, we busted that thing out, got all the framework done, got it all stripped down, ready to go. Just needs body work and paint. Same thing with this thing, just needs paint, which is the only thing that's kind of slowing us down. I think we need to buy a paint booth. Hey, I kind of want to look into getting a inflatable paint booth that we can put outside. And I really want to start learning how to paint, because painting is like art. It's super satisfying and it's super fun to do. But we definitely need to go ahead and do some cleanup in the shop. This place is getting kind of messy because, I mean, there's just so much projects going on at the same time. But which is nice because you guys want videos. I want to make videos for you guys, show you guys what's going on, all the progress in the shop. We're getting new tools in. We're getting new fab stuff in. It's freaking awesome. And dude, this place has probably been the best decision ever. You know, we got this new shop. We got the office. Got everything set up, and we're almost in full swing. We still need a couple more things. I think we do need to get a couple more shelves for the back, just so we can store it. But I want to get some bigger, wider shelves, probably like 30 inches, so we can store more parts, because, you know, it's not that big of a building, and I don't really want to be storing parts outside, because you never know what could happen with that. Now, guys, for a little office update, I mean, it's kind of stayed the same. We really haven't done much other than, you know, we put the carpet in. We did have to rip off the seal because it kept just ripping up. We put some liquid nails down, and it didn't ever glue the seal down, so we're gonna definitely have to get a new seal for here. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. This place is just for, you know, sitting on the computer doing stuff, checking emails and stuff. And we also did go ahead and get some new cameras. Check them out. They are freaking insane quality. I'm glad we did return the Walmart cameras, and we got some nice ones. Like, this is 4K. You can literally see cars passing from thousands of feet away, which is freaking awesome. And we might need to get some more stuff in this office. I'm still not sure. We did actually get an Xbox too from one of my good friends. We kind of haven't set it up yet. Oh, check it out, guys. It's the new Xbox. So we definitely need to set this bad boy up, maybe play some Forza or something, you know. I mean, you got to chill sometimes after working hard on these cars, because it gets tiring, it gets stressful. So guys, that's pretty much a shop update. Now we're going to go ahead and grab some food, go ahead and drive the Mac Daddy a little bit, you know, test her out, you know, that since everything works now inside. So let's go grab some food and we'll catch you guys there.
Does the AC work in here?
Nope.
Wait, how much does that cost?
It's pretty cheap. I mean, I literally just need to fill it up. See, that's the thing. It was really cold and stuff when we were doing all that, so I didn't really ever think about it. But now, since it's starting to, oh my goodness, what is going on here? Wait, can we eat inside still?
I think it's closed.
That sucks. Can't eat inside, but I think maybe it's because it's just brand new. They literally just built this thing.
Yeah.
Like 10 days ago it opened. And for the first one, it's gonna be a hot, and they're gonna be traditional, not boneless. Thank you. I'll pull away. I don't need that card.
Yeah, we can just throw it back there.
Yeah.
I'll put it on my feet. We need to go in there and ask them if we can trade in this car. Maybe get yourself a clean title.
I wonder what they would offer. Trading value on this thing, I think, is like $180,000. But I love the turbo sounds. This thing is dangerous. I think we do need to get some Michelin Pilot Super Sports, because right now it has the stock tires on it. I actually only replaced the front tire. The rear tire was still good, even though the rim was just like battered. One thing I do love about this car is it does have the front lift.
Wait, how quick does that work?
It's probably like 5 seconds, literally. Just see, that was it. Like I pressed it and it just goes up right away. And you can drive on the front lift up to like 30 miles an hour, I think, and then it automatically lowers. So guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. Gave you guys a full basic rundown of everything that's been happening over here at the shop. You know, guys, I honestly can't wait to start working on this McLaren a little bit more. You know, do a couple more mods to it, maybe even upgrade some engine components on it. We definitely need to do something with it. It's a super fun car to drive. Well, guys, if you enjoyed today's little vlog style video that we made, hit that subscribe button. Also, drop a like on Instagram if you can. Thanks for watching.